Well, she's bitching about the healthcare system. Danelle Boggs spoke about how shitty the healthcare system is, too. It's a for-profit healthcare system, and many nurses are speaking up now that not just the immoral hours, but the immorality of doing this job to begin with in the current political climate. We got to have our victim, don't we? We got to have people when we have a bad day that we can take our shit out on, don't we? You call them mentally ill, well, shit. You know nobody's going to listen to them. They must be schizophrenic. So what do? We pick on them. God bless America and all that. Now, this nurse who spoke up about the mental health care system, about the healthcare system in general, she's right. But I shouldn't say that because, well, when I said it to begin with, y'all made fun of me. You pretended like it was some figment of my imagination. We got healthcare workers speaking up about this, about having to send us back out onto the streets, but you make a little bit of money off of us. Now, this lady's in California, but she's worked in 7 states. I'd like to believe Oregon is probably one of them because, well, people tend to try to stay on the coast they're on. Easterners tend to stay on the east. Westerners tend to stay on the west. And usually when they travel, people don't travel more than a state or 2 away unless they're trying to flee abuse, in which case they may move to the other end of the country. When it comes to the corruption here, this lady is telling y'all how it is, but I'm recording it and showing you how it is. I just need help. With as much abuse as I've taken, it takes a lot of help. When mental health workers would rather be rubber stamps for bad cops than actually do their jobs, we got to wonder here why we're paying all these taxes to these son of a bitches. When I tell you that the cops were lazy in my situation, didn't want to do their jobs, and that led to Natalie Bollinger's death. Officer Sean Holloway also spoke about that. About how sometimes people are just lazy, even cops. You didn't listen to me. I was hoping you might listen to him, but you didn't. Maybe you'll listen to this nurse lady. Maybe, but probably not. You get to see how impossible it is to turn in abuse, assaults, threats, harassment. A lot of hate crimes are committed against me, and I speak up about it every day. The idea that somebody's guilt or innocence should be decided on who's prettier, who's younger, who's female. This is gross. Yes, I absolutely believe that we need to protect our sisters out here, but we got to protect our brothers too. And I'm not talking about black brothers or black sisters. I'm talking about brothers and sisters all together. We're all stuck on this fucking rock together, and we're all part of the same species. So what the fuck are we doing? Huh? Pulling our heads out of our asses? Oh no, for surely we couldn't do that. We got a lot of youngins here that are angry that I told the truth about the situation. They're even more angry that they're recorded acting like that. It's been 2 days without getting fucked with by them youngins. It's been 3 nights that I've had where I haven't seen a youngin in this parking lot tearing shit up. 3 nights in a row. Which means they either made the decision as a group or their parents made their decisions for them as a group. I'm sorry if I puke. I'm trying not to. Now I tell you how it is, and then I show you how it is, and I get ignored or trolled. Ain't many good people left in the world, is there? People who honestly care about someone else. Usually it's about what you get out of it. There's a lot of people who promise to help that say, hey, I don't need your money, or I don't want your money, I just want to do the right thing. But then later on, they usually end up asking me for money and more money and more money. And pretty soon, I've spent a whole bunch of money on trying to get help from somebody who hasn't shown up a dozen or more times, When I make a mistake, I'm called a liar. When other people lie, they want to be angry that, how dare I say anything about them making a mistake? Well, fucking A. There's also assholes like Shea Burton. Shea Burton was an asshole to me and a lot of other people for years, because she knew as a scrawny little runt, all she had to do is whine to her boyfriend Theo, or her husband Theo, I don't know which. But then afterwards, she pulls the, oh, poor me, I'm a poor victim, poor me, I'm a poor victim. And I knew if she got away from him, she might be able to be a nice person. Not a good person, but a nice one. For Shea Burton, though, nobody else could have PTSD, only her. For somebody else, it's not PTSD, it's mental illness. Yeah. And that shows the double standard. Like, if for you it's PTSD, but somebody who's actually diagnosed with PTSD from abuse, it's, of course, what? What do you call it? What do you call it when it's a man with PTSD? Oh, he's mentally ill. He's mentally ill. Fuck you. When I picked on douchebags, I picked the right fucking douchebags. I knew exactly how to get the reaction out of them that, well, you would expect from a human being. For Shea Burton, that's okay. For me, it's not. I'm not the right gender. I'm not the right color. I'm not blonde-haired and blue-eyed. It's just the world that we live in. I've had a lot of my friends have their kids stolen by the state. I say stolen by the state because they were victimized while trying to be good fucking parents. And all of their time and money ended up getting eaten up jumping through a bunch of fucking hoops. Then when you can't jump through all those expensive hoops, you end up homeless again and they take your kid. Or they take away your kid and make you jump through so many hoops to get your kid back that you end up homeless. They eat up so much of your time that you end up homeless. You end up losing your job. And then they still want that money month after month after month. And that shit's not fucking okay. And as far as Clearview behavioral health goes, I told you how bad they are. I told you they killed a man. I told you they were holding people longer than they were supposed to. And I told you when they reopened it as Jonestown that they're doing the same shit. But you didn't want to fucking hear me and they killed someone else. Are you sick and tired of making bodies yet? God damn it, because I am not sick and tired of speaking up, and I never will be tired of speaking up. Y'all are killing people. Oh, the government will take care of it. No, the fuck they won't. They don't give a fuck about us. Didn't none of these people grow up in the poorhouse? None of these people know what it's like to wipe their own ass. These are goddamn politicians. And they're making decisions to kill poor people. That's right. And specifically, they target poor people. Hopefully I have enough money to pull out a... I think that's about what I got left. I did the math real quick on top of my head and figured I got about 43 bucks left, but that's just a guesstimation. Also, I want to talk about Tiffany for a second. She actually watched at least one of those Natalie Bollinger things. I'm aware of that because yesterday when we were speaking, she said, yeah, they spent about 30 minutes trying to make you sound like some sort of pervert killer, and then in the last 5 minutes, they tell us it was someone else. I'm like, yeah, I could have saved you 35 minutes, you know? Oh. I'm fucking freezing. I can't go up the mountains to get my stuff because everything in town that I've been running around doing, trying to get help, people promising but not following through, and just time and time again. I'm not allowed to get frustrated or say anything or I'm evil, apparently. So we've gotten to hear from multiple police officers and also multiple medical professionals in my situation. Do they seem to coincide with what Sean Holloway said? Does that seem to coincide with what this nurse here says? Yeah, it does. It certainly does. People are fucking lazy.